Previously, on Sailing Wildest Dreams, we flew to Rome, purchased a Bavaria 47 boat, and witnessed the amazing events that the town of Foligno had to offer. So after visiting Rome, we took some time to just hang out at our little apartment, and then we decided to visit Spello because you can't be bored in the middle of Italy. So now we're seeing this beautiful old town and what it has to offer.
So if you take a look at the stairs, this is how they used to make them, so that you could roll the wine barrels or water barrels, any kind of barrels, down the side. The people would walk in the middle, and then the barrels would go the full width on each side. We're still in Spello, which is one of the hilltop towns in Italy. And I tell you, I never get tired of walking through these little pathways through these old towns. I just feel like I'm been on a time machine. This brings you back. This town originally was started in the 1300s. What's wrong with your hamburger?
You gotta look at this. This is a true Italian hamburger.
After visiting Spello, we rented a car and decided to explore the beautiful countryside to find a city called Orvieto. From 900 BC to 264 BC, the town was an Etruscan village. When Rome fell in 476 AD, people in the valley headed back into the hills in search of safety. During Orvieto's glory days, from the 11th to the 13th centuries, it was a city-state of about 30,000 people. Today it is again a small town with only 5,000 people living in under a square mile atop its hill.
We got a chance to check out the Well of the Quarry. While renovating one of the oldest parts of the town, an Orvieto family discovered a vast underground network of Etruscan-era caves, wells, and tunnels. The excavation started in 1984 and continues today. If you look below, you'll see a beautiful path that circles all the way around the town. We enjoyed a nice hike looking at all the beautiful scenery on the hillside.
This camera probably won't catch it, but way at the top of the castle, the little white blob is my dad. Perched on a tiny hill in a Grand Canyon, the 2,500-year-old traffic-free village of Civite di Bagnorio is Italy's ultimate hill town. Civite's only connection to the town next to it in the world is a long pedestrian bridge.
We made it on the bridge just in time for sunset. We're at Civite, Italy. Raphael is back there up on the hill, taking a picture of us that way. What is it? It's a fig? Look, this is actually a barn where they kept the horses. And we're headed out to that view. Here we are moving from Foligno in the center of Italy to the coast of Italy. We're going to be just about 20 minutes south of Pisa. And this is what happens when you have still too much stuff.
Too small of a car to fit it in.
Yes, and we should have gotten a bigger car. Are you squished in there, Isabel?
Yep. It was even more squished before.
The luggage would have made it if we hadn't had the wheelchair and the cart.
So, after 4 hours of driving, we finally made it to our new apartment that we're going to be staying for almost another month. So, trying to catch mosquitoes.
What's your problem, Raphael?
Mosquitoes.
What's wrong?
I got bit. I don't like mosquitoes.
What are you trying to do?
I'm going to kill it. I already killed one. I'm going to kill another one. But I don't see it anymore. Oh, damn, it was him. Where's he going to now, Isabel? No, he went that way. He went that way. I can't believe I missed him.
Oh, wait, he's right here!
Oh, you got it? It must be on your arm, in your hand. Is it in your hand?
No, he flew or he fell. Where'd he go?
Since we live by the water now, we decided to explore the beautiful white sandy crystal blue beach next to us and took the drone out for a fly to get some beautiful pictures.
how Isabel entertains herself on the beach. Okay, she already found it. She put it back. Okay, well, it took me 2.5 days to get here from Italy to Greece. I just had some crazy traveling problems. But in any case, I finally got here and I met with the boat owner, the seller of the boat that we're buying. And we went down and signed all of the paperwork for the boat to make it officially mine. And I'm happy to say it's all done. Now all the way to do is send the money and she'll be ours. The owner was very generous and found out that I was having traveling problems for tomorrow morning. I have a 5 o'clock flight, which means I really need to leave the airport at like 3 a.m. and I couldn't find any transportation. And he was nice enough to let me stay on one of his other charter boats, and I was going to have one of his workers come and pick me up at 2:30 in the morning to bring me to the airport. So I get to spend the night on this really nice 54-footer. I kind of wish this was, of course, what we have gotten, but we got a 47-foot, so this has a lot more room to it. But I can show you around a little bit. Has a whole island area. Really big saloon. So our boat is going to finish its last charter in 3 days. Once it comes back, they'll take it out of the water. They're going to do some repairs, do a new paint job on the bottom, and then we fly back in about a week and a half from Italy back to Greece, and then we're going to do the survey, and as everything comes out good on the survey, then she's mine. And if there isn't any problems on the survey, then they've agreed to make any repairs of what's needed if it shows up on the survey. So we're feeling pretty confident that this is going to go through, and this will be our boat. The harbor we're in is pretty much where we're going to have to stay for at least probably 2 or 3 weeks, we guess, trying to get the transfer papers to change the boat as a vessel of Greece to change it to a U.S. vessel. And from what we understand, that will take roughly 2 to 3 weeks if it runs smoothly, sometimes as much as 4 weeks. So we wanted to get that paperwork going as quickly as possible so we don't have so much downtime waiting. So that was why I flew from Italy back over here to Greece to try and get the bill of sale and all that completed in advance, so that we could get the paperwork going to change it to a U.S. vessel. So hopefully that was the right idea, and the rest of it will go smoothly. So here's a quick view of the little harbor that I'm in, and the boat I'm on. Isn't she a beauty? She's also a beast. But it's not a bad view. Nice little quiet area. The owner gave me a choice. He said I could either stay on the Bavaria or the Genoa. And although I really like the Genoa, I thought I better stick to my boat brand, which is a Bavaria. So. I was taking a walk around the town after eating dinner, and I'm all excited because I found a store like 1 block over that's pretty much a Walmart, Kmart, Target, like all kinds of house goods and clothes and everything houseware. So when we get back over here, I'll be able to actually get a whole bunch of bedding and pots and pans and spices and all of the utensils and everything that it takes to make a house. And it's only like 2 blocks away, so I'm really excited. It's really close, and I went and looked at the prices, and it's actually not too bad. They're pretty cheap. So that was good news for me, since I couldn't pack every single thing from our house. Pretty cool. So stay tuned for our next video where we visit the Leaning Tower of Pisa, some beautiful coastal towns, Venice, and finally get to make it to the boat where she gets taken off of the hard and into the water.